that too.
I know, right?
Right at the toilet. That thing's gonna either
Really want to take a picture of some really cutie cuties? There's 2 more boxes up in the top. I think those are the ones that has the more Halloween-y type of ones.
I know, dude. I want these donuts. Oh, my car.
I got the marker all over my hand, but it's fine.
So get this. I pulled one of them.
It's pumpkin day. So today, I don't know why they picked today, but we had a Halloween potluck at work, and everyone brought in something, and I ate so much more sugar than I should have eaten. But I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna work out after stopping at Publix, which Publix is having a pumpkin day as well. Also, we had tattoos that they gave us. So anyway, it was a lot of fun, and we had so many good sweets, and it was just like a good gathering of people, and other people from other areas stopped in to say hi, and it was just a fun little party. But I had my biometric screening today, and yes, I did wait to eat the sugar after my biometric screening. So my biometric screening went rather well. I had it, it was actually the beginning of my shift, my 6-hour shift, so it broke the shift up rather well. It was nice. So I clocked in, and then I went over. They had it in one of the office rooms backstage, which was on the other side of the park, but that's okay. It was a nice little stroll, and I went in, and it was in a room that was called Andy's backyard, which is decorated for Toy Story, or like Toy Story. They used a lot of the props and stuff that they used for the Toy Story Land welcoming party that they did for cast. So there was like an enlarged Etch-a-Sketch, and like the wallpaper was like the clouds, and there were little painting or drawings of like Rex and the different characters. It was really sweet, which helped me later on, and I'll explain that in a second. But so I walked in, and they checked us in, and first about the whole biometric screening, like I was kind of nervous about it, because you have to get your blood drawn, but I really wanted to find out how well I had been doing since eating healthy all this year. And so, like after getting my blood taken from when they called the EMTs a month or so ago, and they just pricked my finger, I was like, oh, okay, I got this. So I kept telling myself, it's just prick a finger, like this is good, like you want to do this, you want to do this. So that and if I passed everything, which I did, I would get $300 in medical bill pay. So basically, like all that $300 goes to prescriptions and other sorts of stuff, which is really cool that they do that. Anyway, so I went in, and I noticed everyone was like checking. This is my first one, so I didn't really know what to expect visually. So the first thing they do is they start checking everyone's ID, which I never carry my ID on me. You're supposed to, but I'm like, where the heck am I supposed to carry it? And so I was like, I was nervous when it came up to me. I was like, I don't have my ID, but I was scheduled an appointment because they scheduled me during my shift, because you can sign up to do that, which is really cool that they do that. So I technically got paid to do this. And I was like, I got scheduled to do it. Am I on there? And they couldn't find me, which made me even more nervous. And I was like, well, I wanted to do this. I was expecting to do this. I don't really have time to do it anywhere else. And I was like, do I have to walk all the way up to or back to the break room to go get my ID? What's going on? Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so what is this car doing? Anyway, so they were able to sign me in as a walk-in, which I found out later that they had so many walk-in casts that they didn't have enough space for anyone else. So they actually turned away quite a few people, which that makes me really glad that I got in so early in the day. But anyway, so they signed me in, and then they had like all these little stations, and the first station was weighing you and getting your height. So like they get like your BMI in a sense, and I did really well on that. And then my BMI could be better. That's the only one that like could be better. Everything else was like really good from what they said. And because I think it was like 25, and the ideal is like 24 or 23, I think. But if I was under 27, I still got the $100 for that, so that was cool. Then they moved me to a blood pressure station, and it was really funny because some of the workers were really like cheerful and happy, and the other workers were very much like, how are you doing? Okay. So then after getting my blood pressure taken, which I got stamp of approval on that, then we moved on to the getting your blood taken. And for each one of these stations, there's like a line of chairs where you sit and you wait. And this one had like the most stations, and it had the biggest amount of chairs. And so I was so incredibly nervous. So literally I was like sitting down because all the stations were full. I was sitting down and I was looking at the clouds on the wall and looking at the pictures and just going, like trying to like breathe through it because I was so incredibly anxious and nervous and just because I don't like needles. So I get called and I was like literally watching everyone and I was like, I hope I get someone who's really nice and really sweet, and I hope I get someone who's like sympathetic and understanding. And so I get called over and it's this really sweet old lady and she's like really chill. But the thing is she took forever to do everything. And so I was just like, just do it already. Like I sit down and like she calls me over and I get up, I sit down, and then I guess they needed more of the little like packs that have like everything, like the swab and everything that you need. And or like the little thing that pricks you and stuff like that. And so like she decided that now was the greatest opportunity while I'm sitting down in front of her, not sitting down in the chairs in the waiting section, sitting down right in front of her. Now would be the great opportunity to redo her inventory, which she did. And then she took her time cleaning things up, and I literally at this point like stopped and looked at the wall and went started like breathing again. And so anyway, after that, she finally was like, cleaned my finger, and I was like so nervous. I was like, this way or that way? Which way do I do it? And she's like, oh, it's fine. You're gonna be fine, sweetie. And then she pricked it. Now, I remember when they pricked my finger with the EMTs, it was very quick. Like, it was like, boom, and they took it, and he was like, hold it here. Like, it was like, bam, 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 bam. Now, they're also very much like, efficient, get things done, make sure everything's okay. Like they're doing like a million things at once, so asking you 20 questions, all this stuff. She literally like pricked my finger, and I know they're like trying to, like they got blood in this little tube, and then she just kept squeezing it, and as soon as she pricked it, I looked away. Or like as soon as she swabbed it, I looked away. I was like, I don't want to know. And I like felt the little thing go over my finger, and I was like, I took a deep breath. And she pricked it, and I was like, ow, that hurt. Like, literally, it's hurt the entire day. The entire day it has hurt. I was like, that was a deep prick. That was not like a little boop. That was like a turr. And then she just kept squeezing it and squeezing it and squeezing it, like, please, please, please make it stop. And so then finally she gave me the little thing to hold on to, and I was just like, oh, it's okay. It's okay. Like, mentally, I was like, your finger is fine. You're okay, finger. It's okay. And at this point they asked, because like while she was doing all this, or doing her inventory, I looked at the next station, which was them with a shot, like a legitimate shot. And I later found out that was a flu shot station. But I was like looking at it, and of course that did not help my anxiety at all. Because I could hear them talking about like, don't do this, and don't do that, and don't lean on this, and blah, 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 because it would be sore. And I was like, so after she finished pricking my finger, she asked like, would you like to get a flu shot? And I stopped and I hesitated, and she's like, I looked at the thing, I was like, do I have to? And she's like, you don't have to if you don't want to. And I was like, okay, no, I don't want it. Because I thought like a flu shot was one of the things you had to do to get the $300. It's not. It was BMI, blood pressure, and your cholesterol, which all are literally perfect, or like below average. Like they're all good. They're all excellent. Which was funny because myself and a couple of other cast members also did it, and so we were all like comparing, and like it was a game. It was really kind of weird, but I did the best out of all of my cast friends. I did the best, and I didn't brag about it, but deep down inside I was like, all of that work of me eating healthy and working out, all of it has paid off. I'm still working to like lose because I still like most of my weight is in my belly, and I do want to tone my arms up a little more, but other than that, like, I am very proud of that I have lost over 10 pounds this year. It makes me very, very happy, and this biometric screening was like the pat on the back confirmation that I needed medically, that I have been doing exactly what I needed to. And then I pigged out on all of the sugar from the Halloween party that they had today. So Pumpkin Day was kind of a bust. They had like 2 stands that were, it says free samples of our pumpkin pie and pumpkin ice cream. Okay, well, I guess they did have 2 stands. One was pumpkin pie and one was pumpkin ice cream. Couldn't have the ice cream. And at the party, we already had pumpkin pie. So literally walked by and I was like, meh. I did get a lot. I got, I looked at the Gatorade jellies, gummies, chews, whatever that I had ordered on Amazon. They have like little to nothing for you. It's like pure sugar. There's no like, I mean, there's calories to it, but there's no like real potassium. Even like the vitamin B that they have, there's like barely anything in there for you. So I was looking at some energy gels from Ollie's, and at least that has like a little more energy to it. And I was even looking at the Gatorade drinks themselves, like thinking of something to bring with me to drink while I'm running. And the Body Armor drinks that I saw, actually they have calories and they have potassium, and they have all sorts of vitamins that you need to refuel yourself. Some of them even have protein in them, but like it's a lot better than the Gatorade chews that I bought. So I decided not to get, because they did have Gatorade chews there at the store, and I decided not to get those and get the Energy Ollie gummies instead. I also got some pre-made chicken burgers that I have to cook on the stove. So I got buns and some spinach, and I got some dairy-free cheese that I can use. So that'll be dinner today and probably tomorrow, if not the next day. So that's exciting. I am starving. I am so incredibly hungry. So I think I'm going to have like a protein bar or something to be like my pre-run fuel, and then I'll run at around 6, and then I'll take a shower, make dinner, and then go to bed. I did have deep dreams yesterday, but I didn't have nightmares like I have had the last couple of days. I wasn't sure if it was from my gummies or not, like the ZQuil gummies that I was taking. But I didn't have nightmares yesterday. I think it was just because I was hot for whatever reason. But anyway, I'm going to end the video here because the kitty wants attention. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.